Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. The issue of NSAS and SWAT have taken a different dimension, a higher dimension I must say, where ex-operatives of SARS who have committed heinous crimes against humanity, against Nigerians as a whole, are being called out. A lot of them, like what the very person that Obiano, the governor of Anambra State, had actually sacked one of his SSA. He sacked him due to the uproar that was ongoing. Well, Nigerians have taken to the social media and offline as well to react. Some persons are beginning to link politicians to some of these ex-SARS and SARS operatives, and they're insisting that if they do not get a hold of some of these SARS guys or former SARS guys, then this should be done. A lot of persons are coming up and are debunking this. We're going to give you the whole story the way it is. But before we go into the news proper further analysis, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button beside it. You will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, MASSOB, that's indigenous, that's the actualized movement for the actualization of sovereign state of Biafra, have opened up. That's the MASSOB in Owerri. They said something. Said it was actually led and spoken by Hëïn0us on Sunday. Said that the lifeless bodies found at Ezu River in Anambra State were members of MASSOB. He said they were murdered under the command of a special anti-robbery squad, popularly known as SARS, whose team leader, Madu speaking through his National Director of Information, Edison Samuel, disclosed this to newsmen in Owerri, Imo State capital. MASSOB said they decided to come out clearly on the matter due to the misinformation surrounding the incident aimed at distorting the truth. The pro-Biafran group said those bent on twisting the narrative were trying to link former governor of the state, that's Mr. Peter Obi, to the incident, insisting that neither Obi nor the state government had anything to do with these murders. The group said that it all started on January 9, 2013, when their members were arrested by SARS operatives and that the MASSOB members never returned home. Madu recalled that former governor of the state, that's Peter Obi, even set up a panel of inquiry on the matter, adding that within that period that MASSOB members attended panel of inquiry conducted by the Senate Committee on Police Affairs and National Security. MASSOB said the leadership of the Movement for the Actualization of Sovereign State of Biafra, MASSOB, under Hëïn0us have frowned at the calculated misinformation and falsehood orchestrated by enemies of truth to deceive Ndigbo and the public on the inhuman and callous killings of members of MASSOB whose bodies were dumped at Ezu River. Murdered recalled the incident. MASSOB said it will be recalled that in January 9, 2013, 9 members of MASSOB, namely Basel Owo, Michael Owa, Sunday Omogo, Philip Nwakpa, Eze Ndubisi, Ebuka Eze, Obinna Ofo, Joseph Udo, and Uchechukwu Ejiofor, and others arrested suspects detained at Anambra State Headquarters of Special Anti-Robbery Squad SARS, Hëïn0us, were victims of cold-blooded murder and their bodies dumped at Ezu River, which later became afloat. We remember the agony, the pains which MASSOB and family relations of our slain members went through. Their families have not recovered from the psychological trauma the murderous gang of SARS inflicted on them. MASSOB representatives led by our leader, who was the National Director of Information, and other national officials representing MASSOB at Awka during the panel of inquiry conducted by the State Senate Committee. MASSOB also attended other panels with the relations of our murdered members at the Senate Chambers, Abuja. Both committees failed to uphold justice for our slain members. It was their view that MASSOB insists with evidence that Hëïn0us stars murdered our members and other arrested suspects. The killing has nothing to do with Mr. Peter Obi, the former governor of Anambra State, as alleged, or the government of Anambra State. In fact, the government of Anambra State then was committed to unearthing the truth behind the dumped bodies and supported the panel of inquiry through the Office of Secretary to the state government. MASSOB urges the administration of Governor Willie Obiano to set up another panel of inquiry on the matter. MASSOB is willing to testify and even expose other atrocious acts of SARS and the entire Nigerian police force against innocent citizens. Wow. Now you've heard now what, and this is actually MASSOB, the one from Owerri, that's Imo State. They're saying that because it has been on social media, they've been practically been dragging the former governor of Anambra State, that's Peter Obi, saying that they are waiting for him. If he's going to come out to contest in 2023, they'll bring out the atrocities that some of these guys, SARS members, who now one or two are already on the run, ex SARS members, that it was during his leadership. During his tenure and leadership, that some of these atrocities were committed, and hence he should be held liable. There's no way that he wouldn't be in the know and all that. Now, these MASSOB guys, who are saying, they're claiming that most of the bodies in that river are majorly their members, okay, that this SARS operative, brought down and killed in cold blood. And they're now saying that, look, we are willing to testify that of a truth. There, I'm not quoting them, I'm quoting them now. So, of a truth that even Peter Obi, the then governor of Anambra State, was willing to unearth the truth, wanted to know what really transpired. Why were they killed in cold blood? There should be processes, judiciary commissions, and the rest, panels that should have been set instead of killing them in cold blood and all that, of which, according to them, the truth, justice was not properly served. So they're now saying, Nigerians, please do not link these things to former Governor Peter Obi, that he has no idea. In fact, if he has an idea, he was actually trying to find out, he wanted to get justice for the victims and not the other way around. But let's hear what Nigerians are saying concerning this matter, because it has become very pertinent that we should talk about it. Okay, let's feel the pulse of Nigerians, because Nigerians have reacted to this. Let's feel the pulse of Nigerians over this matter. This one here is saying, but it's the same MASSOB, that's the same MASSOB leaders who first started this accusation against Peter Obi. Are they changing their mind now? This one here is saying, maybe it is because in this case there is really nothing of Igbos to criticize. Peter Obi seemed to be a clean man, and Igbos and others should be proud. Same with Adesanya for Yoruba, I guess. When you have real debt about Obi, not those from political jobbers. Okay? Nigeria is changing. This one here is saying, let's wait for Wazirike's fraction of MASSOB to talk. The truth remains that Peter Obi's complicity in all this is quite clear. He can't exonerate himself from the atrocities of Anambra South during his time, because he worked a lot with O.C. James Nwafo. Yes, the governor don't control the police, but he has his intelligent network as the governor to know the crimes against humanity going on at Akuzo and Nene, and could have used his influence to stop those by getting these men out of there and getting them to face justice. Okay, this one here, a lot of people are talking really. This one here is saying, honestly, I don't know what to call the liberal Yorubas. It's just like people trying to play America kind of politics lifestyle in an insane country like Nigeria. I followed the Igbos close down and how they always blame Aerofire for any Fulani attack, claiming claiming the buck stop at his table as the governor. They will be like, he is complicit in deploying the police soldiers, and he's purposely murdering his people. Peter Obi was governor in Anambra while this atrocity took place, and the way the SARS masterminded the massacre is barbaric and unjust. Now, people are calling Peter Obi out for it, but a lot of them are trying to isolate Peter from it, even though he was the governor of the state. They are also stylishly saying that they are waiting for Obi to talk about it to defend himself before they can give online judgment, but they don't give other people the benefit of doubt if people accuse them. I only pity the generation where we are churning out things. You can't build a cohesive force if you collaborate with outsiders to destroy your own leaders, or because you are forming liberal. Okay, but in a nutshell, we have heard what these guys are saying. But if you ask me, uh, yes, he was the governor of Anambra State then. But some of these things, some of these, let's be very real here. Some of these things, some of these governors have no idea. Oh. They do some of these things, they use their power arbitrarily. The governors may not even be in the know. They may not be in the know. Okay, so sometimes blaming it on the past government, maybe he had so many things going on. Look at Peter Obi as a person. I do not see him personally. This is my personal opinion. I don't see him agreeing to that. Besides, the MASSOB Imo Owori fraction have said that they exonerated him, and it's actually their men that are even in the river. The dead bodies are actually even in the river. It's their people. But then it's left for I don't know what your opinion is on this, but let's put it in the comment section. But this is my personal opinion. I feel that he should be exonerated, being the fact that he may not even have an idea of what these guys are doing behind his back. Let's put it in the comment section. Please, no hate words. Let's interact. What's your take on what MASSOB, Ndigbos, and Nigerians are saying concerning what SARS people did during the